Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet nashtaprayesha bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 51, The Deliverance of Muchukunda. Text number 59 to 63. Keep the 63 verse. First we'll read it out and then 63. Janmani Anantare Rajan Sarva Bhuta Suhruttamaha Bhutva Dvijavaraha Tvam Vai Mam Upaishyasi Kevalam Janmani Anantare Rajan Sarvabhuta Suhruttamaha Bhutva Dvijavarastvam Vai Mam Upeshyasi Kevalam Janmananantare Rajan Sarvabhuta Suhruttamaha Bhutva Dvijavarastvam Tvam Vai Mamupeshyasi Kevalam Janmani Anantare Rajan Sarvabhuta Suhruttamaha Bhutva Dvijavarastvam Vai Mamupeshyasi Kevalam. बोलिए. Matajis. Janmani, in the birth. Anantare, immediately following. Rajan, O king. Sarva, of all. Bhuta, living beings. Suhruttamaha, a supreme well-wisher. Bhutva, becoming. Dvijavaraha, an excellent Brahmana. Tvam, you. Why? Indeed. Mam, to me. Upaishyasi, will come. Kevalam, exclusively. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O King, in your very next life, you will become an excellent Brahmana, the greatest well-wisher of all creatures, and certainly come to me alone. Purport. Shri Krishna states in the Bhagavad-gita, Suhridam Sarvabhutanam, Jnatva Shantimrchati. A person attains peace by understanding me to be the well-wishing friend of all living beings. Lord Krishna and his pure devotees work together to rescue the fallen souls from the ocean of illusion. This is the real purport of the Krishna consciousness movement. Thus end the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 51st chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Deliverance of Muchukunda. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. Actually, His Grace Rasraj Prabhu is supposed to give the lecture. He was not well, so it's last minute replacement. I will try to explain as much as possible. This is a very wonderful chapter. I will have to cover from 59 to 63. All of you must be wondering why Muchukunda asked such a weird desire to sleep. Right? Somebody, when Krishna, some devatas, they come and ask, what do you want? Right? What will you ask? Huh? Suppose Indra comes and asks you, what do you want?
The lotus feet of Vaishnavas.
Suppose Indra comes and asks you, what do you want? If you want any benediction, what will you ask?
Nothing, Prabhu.
Huh?
Nothing.
Come on. What did Dhruv Maharaj ask from Kubera? Do you know? Dhruv Maharaj, Kubera came and wanted to give benediction. What did Dhruv Maharaj ask from Kubera?
I don't know, Prabhu.
You don't know? What did he ask? Prasanram. Who will tell? Sharad. What did Dhruv Maharaj ask from Kubera?
He asked that his remembrance of Lord remains.
Yeah, very good. You are not reading books, huh? Prabhupada books. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted all of us should read Dhruv Maharaj's pastime 108 times. Prahlad Maharaj's pastime 108 times. When will you read? Abhi start nahi kiya. Huh? Anyway. I always think, if somebody, some demigod comes and asks me, Ramarup, what do you want? I will ask, give me so much remembrance, memory power, that I can remember entire Srimad Bhagavatam. It's so wonderful, like that. So, there is a reason behind Muchkunda Maharaj asking this benediction. It is given in Harivamsh Purana. That, my dear king, this happened in the beginning of Manvantara, Satyuga. Right? He said, my dear king, in future, sometime in future, you will have darshan of Lord Mukunda. He benedicted. You will have darshan of Lord Mukunda. Then, he is already a devotee and all. And then he wanted to have darshan of Lord Mukunda. Then he said, he will appear at the end of Dwapar Yuga. Right? So, Muchukunda, he asked that is why he said, I am too eager to have darshan of Lord Mukunda. I just cannot wait. But he has to wait some 40 lakh years. Right? That's why I will go and sleep. Let me sleep so that when I wake up, I will see Krishna. That was the arrangement. That is why when Indra particularly asked, because he helped him in conquering the demons. So Indra asked, what benediction you want? So let me sleep. I will go to sleep. If anybody wakes me up, there should, that person should be burned to ashes. This is given in Vishnu Purana. Why? Because Muchukund Maharaj thought, if I go to sleep, and then this fellow Indra will again and again wake me up. Come and fight, come and help me in fighting, demons. Then I don't want to wake up. That is why he particularly asked Indra, if anybody wakes me up, he should be burned to ashes. So that applies to Indra also. So that is the secret why Muchukunda asked this benediction. This is a great, all of us, we should remember this, that whatever we may do in our lives, even if somebody is engaging in sense gratification, one should keep the desire that I want to be in it. I want to see Krishna face to face, then I want to be his eternal servant. This desire, you keep it, one should keep it in the back of in the core of the heart. Then every day when we come in front of Radharasbihari, we should express that desire. Right? And I am not saying this on my own. This is given in the 9th canto, Yayati Maharaj, Yayati Maharaj attains liberation. In that, Yayati Maharaj, he was actually engaging in sense enjoyment with most beautiful women, Sharmishta and Devyani. And then he was so shameless that he took youth from his sons in exchange of his old age. Right? But still, Prabhupada says, even though he is engaging in so much sense gratification, at the back of his mind, he wants to be an eternal servant of Krishna. He wanted to be an eternal servant of Krishna. So he kept the desire in his back of his heart. Right? Then asevayam asevitam varshapugan shadvarga vishayasyate mumuchya nimishena yat needam jata paksha ivadvija. This is from 9th canto Bhagavatam. Even though he engaged in sense gratification for thousands of years, Varshapugan, thousands of years. Just like a bird, as soon as a small bird which is dependent on mother bird for his sustenance, as soon as he gets wings, he flies away. In the same way, Yayati Maharaj, even though he engaged in sense gratification for thousands of years, as soon as he realized what his mistake, he just attained liberation. Because then Prabhupada writes in previous purport that because he kept that desire that, I want to be servant of Krishna. Right? So another case in point is Maharaj Nruga. Maharaj Nruga, he was a very great pious man. He was giving charity of so many millions of cows. But he was not a devotee of Krishna. But once one Vaishnava from ISKCON Hare Krishna movement went to him, said, we are building a TOVP, very big temple, please give us some donation. Right? Please give us some donation. So he gave a donation for constructing a Krishna temple. That Vaishnava blessed him that in future, sometime in future, you will have darshan of Krishna. So even though he was performing so many pious activities, but he kept that desire in his heart that I want to see Krishna, I want to see Krishna, I want to see Krishna. So that desire was fulfilled when Krishna saved him as a lizard. Right? So in this regard, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary on Personified Vedas chapter that Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Right? So we have other explanations. I will give you briefly. Shravanam means hearing the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. And then Mananam. Mananam means meditating on the meaning of the holy name of Krishna. Right? What is the meaning of holy name of Krishna? Come on. What is the meaning of the holy name of Krishna? Oh Radharani? Oh Krishna? You don't know? Anyway. So one should meditate on the meaning of the holy name of the Lord, right, while chanting. Then Nididhyasanam means, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that one should chant with an intense desire to have darshan of Radha and Krishna. Right? This is so. Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila, 5th chapter, that while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one should remember the spiritual world. Right? Ainanda Tanuja, Kinkaram Patitam Mamishame Bhavambudo Krupaya tava pada pankaja stitaduli sadrisham vichintaya. Right? So please keep me as a dust particle on your lotus feet, O son of Nanda Maharaj. Right? Prabhupada says in one lecture that you know what is the greatest service you can render to Krishna? You know, please remember, you can do this. When you offer Tulasi along with Chandan to the lotus feet of Krishna, idam Tulasi dalam samarpayami, Krishnaya namaha. Right? And then along with Chandan, Saha Chandanam, idam Tulsi dalam, Saha Chandanam, samarpayami, Krishnaya namaha, or Klim Krishnaya namaha. And say this verse, Ainanda Tanuja, Kinkaram, Patidam Mamishame Bhavambado, Krupayata Pada Pankaja, Siddhaduli Sadrishami Chintaya. So those devotees who don't have the deities, they can do it mentally. Right? Manas Puja. Or you can keep it, put it with a photograph also. But the chandan should be pure. Like that. So this is a lesson we learn from these pastimes of Muchkund Maharaj, Maharaj Ayati, and Maharaj Ruga. Keep a desire, very strong desire, whatever it may be. Sometime in future it will be fulfilled. If not now, maybe after millions of lifetimes. You know, Bahujanma Koti Shravan Kirtan Kare. Right? Bahujanma Koti Shravan Kirtan Kare. Like that. So, in the verse number, Maharaj Muchkunda, he is speaking to the Lord Krishna, then he is describing, his own foolishness. That, my dear Lord, I am thinking I am such a big king, but when we conquer, he is saying that those people who are very foolish, even after attaining human form of life, which is by will of great fortune one gets, but if he asks material benedictions and they don't worship you, they are most foolish. So Vishnajaya Thakur comments that such people who have got human form of life, but those who don't worship Krishna, they are like people who are selling touchstones, for 1 rupee. Are going to Prime Minister, and Prime Minister says, you ask anything you want, Hare, like that. Then you ask, you should ask what? We need some 1,000 crores, to finish TOVP, right? Adbhut Mandir. But instead you ask 101 rupees. Right? That is like that, 101 rupees. Foolish. Like that. And he says, my dear Lord, a person like me who conquered the whole world, all the kings and all there were, paying taxes, Samantaraj became Samantaraj. But when we go to bedroom, we will become like a pet animal in the hands of a wife for a sake of little pleasure. Is it like that? So, Prabhupada said, if only Cleopatra's nose is not so beautiful, all this, war would not have taken place. Because Cleopatra's nose is very beautiful, it seems. Yes, people, keep glorifying, beauty of the woman. They, what they say? Killer beauty. Killer beauty. Or raising temperature. So, if you raise temperature, it's bad, no? Right? It is very bad, right? Raising temperature. So, he actually explained the travails of not grahastha, grahamedi people. Shrotavyani Rajendra, Nunam Shanti Shastrasaha, Apashatam Atmatattvam, Gruheshu, Grahamedinam. Grahamedi means envious grahasthas. Envious grahasthas. So, they undergo a lot of trouble trying to satisfy women and children, wife and children. It is just like Sukadeva Goswami says in 5th canto Bhagavatam, trying to derive happiness in material world, in grahastha life, is just like climbing a mountain, covered with thorns and pebbles and all. Right? How difficult it is, right? Climbing the mountain. Like that. That is why one person went to doctor. He said, Doctor Saab, please give me some medicine, Ayu badane ka, which will, increase my lifespan. Right? The doctor told, get married. Right? Get married. He said, what is the use? He said, two labh, do labh hai. Ek hai, what is? One is, the desire to have long life will go. Right? लंबी जीवन के लिए इच्छा चली जाएगी. और नंबर 2, जो बचा है लंबी लगने लगेगी. Whatever is left, it will look very long life. Right? So that is why in the verse number 57, he is saying, for so long I have been pained by troubles in this world and have been burning with lamentation. My 6 enemies are never satiated, and I can find no peace. Therefore, O giver of shelter, O supreme soul, please protect me. O Lord, in the midst of danger, I have by good fortune approached your lotus feet, which are the truth, and which does make one fearless and free of sorrow. In this regard, Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti, I don't know why they didn't write purports to so many such nice verses. It's amazing purports Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti wrote. So, in this regard, Vishwanath Chakravarti writes that now he is desiring service to the lotus feet of Krishna. Right? Service to the lotus feet of Krishna. So, Vishwanath Chakravarti says that those people who have become akinchana, they pray to the Lord for bhakti. Please note down, those who have become free from material desires, akinchana, they pray for bhakti. Better worthy prayer is to ask for prema. Right? And then better than prema is service to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Right? Service to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. That is why Naikantina Sprahyanti Kechit Mat Pada Seva Abhirataha Mad Iha Anyonya Bhagavatam Prasajya Shabhajayante Mama Paurushani. This is a verse from 3rd canto. My devotees, they always aspire to have service to my lotus feet. Service to my lotus feet. Even Lakshmi Devi, who was given a position, place on the chest of Krishna, Lord Narayana, she leaves the chest of Narayana and comes down to serve the lotus feet of Krishna. Why? Because there is some nectar in remembering the lotus feet of Krishna and serving the lotus feet of Krishna. Right? One Sri Vaishnava is joking that why Lakshmi Devi left the chest of Narayana and come down to serve the Lord. Because she is the daughter of Samundar, the ocean. Right? He is the source of all jewels and diamonds and all. So he gave a lot of dahej, as a lot of jewelry and all. So she was wearing very nice jewelry and all. But all the devotees, they come and they won't look at the chest of the Lord because they are only attracted to the lotus feet of the Lord. So nobody is looking at me and praising her, you have such nice jewelry. So that is why she came down, so that she will be noticed by all the devotees also. Like that. So that is the greatness of serving the lotus feet of Krishna. Like that. So Vishwanath Chakravarti writes. So in this verse, next text number 59. So Vishwanath Chakravarti says that understand that I enticed you with the benedictions just to prove that you would not be deceived. The intelligence of my unalloyed devotees is never diverted by. Oh, actually we have to cover 57, right? 57. For so long I have been pained. Keep it 57. For so long I have been pained by troubles in this world, and I have been burning with lamentation. My 6 enemies are never satiated, and I can find no peace. Therefore, O giver of shelter of the Supreme Soul, please protect me. O Lord, in the midst of danger, I have by good fortune approached your lotus feet, which are the truth, and which does make one fearless and free of sorrow. The Supreme Lord said, O Emperor, great ruler, your mind is pure and potent. Though I enticed you with benediction, your mind was not overcome by material desires. So, in this regard, Vishwanath Chakravarti says, the thing that I have explained, that is to the verse number 55. So, in this number, verse number 57, Vishwanath Chakravarti says that Krishna told him, it seems, okay, I'm giving you benediction that you enjoy in this world, in this life, you enjoy in this world. Then in the next life, you can come to me. Thinking that Krishna is going to say like that, here, Muchukunda Maharaj is saying that, my dear Lord, no, I don't want to enjoy anymore. Because how much ever I enjoy in this material world, my 6 enemies will not let me live peacefully. Let me live peacefully. Because even if you give me a sense enjoyment, the nature of this material world is this, that I will become attached to sense enjoyment again, then I will forget you. I will forget you. So that is why please don't give me any sense enjoyment, any enticement that I should take sense enjoyment. Then he says that the attaining treasure on this earthly planet, entails disease and then attacks from the enemies. Right? Suppose somebody becomes prime minister or a chief minister. The moment he becomes prime minister or chief minister, the opponents start criticizing him and trying to pull him down. There is no enjoyment, especially in this particular age of Kali, becoming a prime minister or chief minister, because all the time they keep criticizing. And in the next life, he will become a dog or a cat, because in this age of Kali, 1/6 of sinful reactions of the people go to the king. Just imagine how much sins people are committing, how much sin the prime minister will get. Right? Like that. So he says, the disadvantage of attaining treasure on this earthly planet is disease and attack from the enemies, fear of attack from the enemies. That is number 1. And number 2, attaining the treasure of heavenly planets is impermanence of happiness. Anytime it will cut. And the demons also keep on attacking. Sometimes, they have to run away from the heavenly kingdoms. Just like when Bali Maharaj attacked, Indra, they had to run away. Then Aditi Mata had to pray to the Lord to bring him as Vamandev. So then Hiranyakashipu, he used to beat them like anything. Right? Ravanasur made them into cook. They were serving. Serving as menial servants, like that. And then the disadvantage of attaining treasure of Brahman is getting cheated of the service to the lotus feet of Krishna. But my dear Lord, please reward me service to your lotus feet, because it entails 3 things. Remember, service to the lotus, Krishna is number 1. We will become fearless. Right? We will become fearless. Number 2, we will become free from lamentation. Right? We will become free from lamentation. Number 3, eternal life of service to the lotus feet of Krishna. Bolo, what are the 3 things we will get? Number 1 is, we will become fearless. Number 2, free of lamentation. Number 3, eternal life of service to the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. one disciple asked Srila Prabhupada, what it means to be attaining highest consciousness? Right? What did Prabhupada reply? To become fearless. Right? We are all afraid, right? Fearful. So that is a Etad Rupam Anudyeyam Atmasuddhi Abhipsita Bhakti Yoga Abhayada Swadharma Parinistita. This is spoken by Lord Shiva in 24th chapter, 4th canto, Rudra Gita. He says, one should meditate on the divine form of Sri Krishna. On the divine form of Sri Krishna. Etadrupam Anudyeyam. Right? Those who want to purify their Atmas. And then this Bhakti Yoga will award fearlessness. Bhakti Yoga Abhayada. Prabhupada writes that in order to practice devotional service, one has to be joyful. In order to become joyful, one has to become fearless. In order to become fearless, what you should do? In order to become fearless, one should meditate. One should meditate on wonderful form of SriSriRadhaRasbihari. Right? That's why Prabhupada says, Madirekshana. Right? Madirekshana. When we come in front of the Lord, we should make our eyes into bumblebees and drink the beauty of Rasbihari, Radharasbihari. Right? Not that stand behind. So if you are standing behind, what darshan you will have? Right? You will see that you will have darshan of the backs of people. Right? Like that. So you should come forward and have see the Lord just like a bumblebee drinks the nectar from the lotus flower. We should make our eyes into a bumblebee and then drink the beauty of nectarian beauty of SriSriRadhaRasbihari's lotus feet and lotus face. Smiling lotus face of the Lord, right? Krishna, our Radharasbihari, is always smiling. So, then lamentation, free from lamentation. Where did Prabhupada write, lamentation? Shrunvanti gayanti grunanti abhikshanashaha smaranti nandanti tavehitam janaha tavayeva pashyanti achirena tavakam bhava pravaha paramam padambujam. So on this verse, you hear the lecture of Prabhupada on this verse. Very beautiful lecture he gave. He gave these lectures in, I think, Los Angeles or Mumbai. Mumbai? Shrunvanti gayanti grunanti abhikshanashaha. My dear Lord, those who hear your wonderful pastimes, Shrunvanti, gayanti, those who chant your wonderful pastimes, right? Abhikshanasha, all the time. Smaranti, those who remember your wonderful pastimes. Nandanti, those who take pleasure with those people when other people are doing these things, Shravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam. Shrunvanti, Gayanti, Grunanti, Abhikshanashaha, Smaranti, Nandanti, Tave, Ihitam. Ihitam means, Prabhupada explains, activities of the Lord. Ihitam. Shrunvanti, Gayanti, Grunanti, Abhikshanashaha, Smaranti, Nandanti, Tave, Hitam Janaha, Tavayeva Pashyanti, Achirena Tavakam. My dear Lord, those devotees who do these things, Achirena means without long delay. Very, very soon, Achirena. They will see your lotus feet. Then what will happen? Bhava pravaha paramam padambujam. Bhava pravaha. Bhava pravaha means, Prabhupada writes, says on the lecture, that we are all subject, in this material world, we are all subjected to 6 waves of material existence. How many of you know what are the 6 waves of material existence? Adityaram Prabhu, you know? Huh? Yeah. Hunger, thirst, birth and death. And other two? Shoka and? Shoka and Moha, right? Right? Please remember, we are all subjected to 6 waves of material existence. Just like when somebody is drowning in the ocean, they are tossed by very fierce waves of ocean, and which is very painful. Then they will die. In the same way, we are in this material ocean of material existence. And what are the 6 waves of material existence? Hunger, thirst, birth and death, and shoka and moha, lamentation. Shoka means hankering, and moha, illusion, and lamentation, shoka. So, by reading 6th chapter, 2nd chapter Bhagavad-gita very thoroughly and understanding 2nd chapter Bhagavad-gita, one will become free from shoka and moha. Right? So one should be thoroughly read 2nd chapter Bhagavad-gita and understand and remember and implement, in our lives. Shunvanti gayanti grunanti abhikshanashaha smaranti nandanti tavehitam janaha tavayev pashyanti achirena tavakam bhava pravaha paramam padambujam. So those who do Shravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam of the wonderful activities, and those who take pleasure when somebody else is doing it, such people, they will very soon have darshan of the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, which will destroy waves of material existence. Right? And then number 3, service to the lotus feet of Krishna. I try to remember that verse. Bhavanta evanu charam nirantaram prashant nisesha manorathantaram katahamishami nitya kinkara praharishishyami sanata jivitam. Correct? Correct. Bhavantam iyantam. This is a verse quoted by Srila Prabhupada in Madhya Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, by Alabandar. Alabandar is saying, my dear Lord, when will I become your eternal servant? Nitya Kinkara. Nitya Kinkara. So that my mind will become free from all agitation. Then I will become peaceful. And then I will have sanata jivitam. Right? Vrajajanardihan virayoshitam nijajanasmaya dvamshanasmita bhavasaki bhavan kinkarismano jalaruhananam charu darshaya. Right? Gopis are saying, when will I become, we are your kinkara. In Shiva Vaishnavism they say, Nitya Kainkaryam. They keep saying, Nitya Kainkaryam. What do you mean by Kainkaryam? What does it mean to become kinkara? Anybody knows? Kinkara? Prabhuji, do you know what it means to be kinkara? Nitya Kinkara? No, Kinkara? Right? Kinkara? Yeah. Very nice. What is your name? Akshobhyadas. Very nice. Kinkara? No. My dear Lord, what can I serve you? How can I serve you? Prabhupada said, in one of the lectures, when you come in front of the deity, you don't have to ask anything. Ask only one thing. How can I serve you? Right? How to become Kinkara? Right? Kinkara means 2 aspects. One should become free from ahankar. That I am doing this. Kartrutva tyaga. We should do kartrutva tyaga. And then phalatyaga. We should not think that I am doing this service to Krishna. No, I am inspired by Krishna. Krishna has given me senses. Krishna has given me facilities. Krishna gives me inspiration to serve the Lord. So I should not consider myself the doer. Then, because Krishna is providing all the resources, the fruits also will go to Krishna. Right? So that is, anyway, we should not stuck in this verse. So, we should always pray to become a servant of lotus feet of Shri Krishna. In this regard, please go and read first canto, 11th chapter. There is no time to explain all the, Shriyo Nivasho Yashyoruhu Panapatra Mukam Drusham Bahavo Lokapalanam Saranganam Padambujam. Very beautiful verse, beautiful purport, worth reading 10 times. So, Prabhupada says that pure devotees of the Lord, they have so much attachment to the serving the lotus feet of Krishna, because there is some kind of nectar that is emanating from the lotus feet of Krishna. Right? That is why when Markandeya Rishi saw Patapatra Sai, he saw him sucking his toe, big toe. Why? Acharyas explained that why he is sucking his own toe. Because we cannot suck, because when you grow up, you cannot suck your own toe. When child is, you can bend. So why Krishna is sucking? Because all these devotees, why they are mad after nectar of my lotus feet? What nectar is there in my lotus feet? So in order to taste the nectar, his own nectar of his lotus feet, he is sucking his own toe, it seems. Like that. So, in this regard, Rupa Goswami says that, my dear Lord, I don't have any sadhana. I cannot do properly Shravanam Kirtanam. I cannot do any tapasya. I am not born in any high aristocratic family. But I have no hope. I have no chance to get the nectar of your lotus feet. But my dear Lord, I heard that you are a very great Patita Pavana, friend of Artha Bandhu, So that is why I am still hoping that I will get little bit of nectar from your lotus feet. That hope is giving me pain. That is like that. So, we should not ask anything else except service to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is why Krishna Bhagavan, he is answering his, "O Emperor, great ruler, your mind is pure and potent. Though I enticed you with benedictions, your mind was not overcome by material desires." Even Lord Nishangadev, he is actually enticing Prahlad Maharaj. "Hey Prahlad, take some benediction, take some benediction. Because I have come, my coming here is very auspicious. I don't want to go back without giving any benediction." Prahlad Maharaj, what did he reply? "Mamam pralodpattaya saktam kameshu tairvarei tat sangabhita nirvinno mumukshavi tvam upashrita." My dear Lord, I have already taken birth in a demonic family, which is very, very dangerous, naturally attracted to sense gratification. Now, please don't entice me with any material benedictions. That is why I am afraid of this association of the demons. That's why I have taken shelter of your lotus feet. Mamam mumukshavi tvam upashrita. Then he says one very wonderful thing, that Bhrutya Lakshana Jijnasur Bhaktam Kameshu Achodayat. Bhavan Samsara Bijeshu Hriday Grandhishu Prabhu. My dear Lord, because of the seed of lusty desires present in the heart, which will increase material entanglement, in order to set a very proper example of a material pure devotee, you have sent me from the spiritual world. Prabhupada writes very interesting purport that Prahlad Maharaj is of Nitya Siddha, of Sadhana Siddha. Then he has this potency of staying in Vaikuntha, at the same time staying in material world, just like Krishna had. So Krishna, Prabhupada writes, Krishna sends Nitya Siddhas. that when you worship Krishna, how you should behave. Right? How you should behave. According to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, pure devotional service starts from Dhruv Maharaj. Before that, this Kardamuni and all, they also worshipped and all. But he desired a good wife and all. But Dhruv Maharaj, even though he desired material kingdom and all, but when he had darshan of the Lord, his mind has changed, his heart has changed. Then he was actually expressing regret that Nunam vimushta matayo tava maya yate etvam bhavapyaya vimokshanam anyaheto archanti kalpaktaram kunapopa bhogam ichanti sansparshajam nirayopinunam. My dear Lord, those people who are very foolish, they worship you for the material benedictions. Even though bhava apyaya, vimokshanam anyaheto, because you are best of giver of benedictions. You can actually give liberation. You are capable of liberation. But foolish persons like me desired material sense enjoyment, which comes by contact of the senses and the sense objects, which is available even to the residents of the hell. Right? Residents of hell. So that is why, that is the first stage of pure devotional service. Kachan vichinvan mama divyaratnam, swamin kritartosmi varam nayache. I was looking for glass pieces, but I got a diamond. I am very satisfied. I don't want any material desires. Right? I don't want any desires. Right? But still Lord fulfilled his desires. Number 2, Prahlad Maharaj. Right? Prahlad Maharaj is praying that Prahlad Maharaj came to set an example what a devotee should do, how to worship the Lord. Right? All of you can remember this verse and every day say this prayer in front of the Lord. Yedidasya me kaman varam stvam varadarshaba kamanam hrudi asamroham bhavatastu vrune. My dear Lord, if at all you want to give me any benediction, oh Varadarshaba, what is the definition of Varada? Varada means, Varada means one who cuts down the desires for material benedictions, material desires. One who cuts down desire for material enjoyment. That is called Varada. We have Varadarajan, right? Varadarajan. So, O Varadarshaba, O best of the giver of benedictions, if at all you want to give me benediction, please give me benediction that the kama in the core of my heart should be destroyed. Should be good. Indriyani mano prana atmadharmam gatirmati Ris Shris Tejaha Smritar Satyam Yashanashanti Janmana. My dear Lord, because of the presence of lusty desires from the beginning of life, one's life, strength of the senses, mind, prana, one's religion, one's humility, one's shyness, one's remembrance, everything get destroyed. Yasyanasyanti janmana. Then he says, Vimunchanti yada kaman manavo manasi sthitan tarihi eva pundrikaksha bhagavattaya kalpate. Says, my dear Lord, those who give up mental, material desires in the mind, material desires in the mind, O Pundrikaksha, they will become equal in opulence with you. See, Gatega Sauda hai, you go in front of the Lord and ask for some benedictions. Once I know one, my friend, devotee, every time he would come, he would say like this. That is in 1993-94. One day I asked him, why do you do like this? 10 lakh chahiye. I want 10 lakhs. Right? It's a Ghate ka sauda, right? It's a bad bargain, asking the Lord for material desires. So that is Prahlad Maharaj is teaching us. Yeah? So Prabhupada said, we should borrow intelligence from pure devotee like Srila Prahlad Maharaj. Yeah? Prahlad Maharaj is praying, right? Like that. So, so that is why Krishna is saying that actually I am very happy with you that you did not become enticed. I trying to entice you for asking for material benedictions, but you did not become attracted to the material benedictions I am going to offer you. I am very pleased with you because your mind is undisturbed. That is why I wanted to show you to the world that pure devotees like you will not ask anything. One very interesting thing he says, wander this earth at will with your mind fixed on me. May you always possess such unfailing devotion for me. Because you followed the principles of a Kshatriya, you killed living beings while hunting and performing other duties. You must vanquish the sins thus incurred by carefully executing penances while remaining surrendered to me. You put it? Did you put it? Verse number 62. Vamsivadan Prabhu, what Krishna is saying is correct? Is what Krishna is saying, is it correct? Huh? He's saying, because you are a Kshatriya, you killed animals, you have incurred sins. So you take birth, carefully executing penances while remaining surrendered to me. So you must vanquish the sins thus incurred by carefully executing penances while remaining surrendered to me. Is it correct? Huh? What is Krishna, Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu, what do you say? Huh?
Hare Krishna. Kshatriyas are allowed to hunt, but that is not an unrestricted hunting, and there is no that.
No. Krishna here is saying, because you are a Kshatriya, you have killed so many animals, you have incurred a sin. Now you vanquish the sins by roaming on the earth, performing devotional service, remaining surrendered to me.
Yeah.
Is that statement correct? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't give long lecture, huh? Just short comment.
Hare Krishna. It is correct.
It's wrong. I will tell you. How is it possible? After seeing Krishna, sins will remain? Huh? Yan Nama, this verse, right? Third canto, last chapter. Yan Nama Deya Shravananu Kirtanad, Yat Pravarhanad Smaranad Apikvachit, Svadopi Sadhya Savanaya Kalpate, Kutah Punaste Bhagavan Darshanat. My dear Lord, what to speak of somebody who has taken darshan of your lotus feet? Even if somebody chants, hears your holy name, somebody remembers your holy name, Pravaranad, somebody offers obeisances to you. Even if somebody is born in a Swapacha, dog eater's family, he will become immediately eligible for, performing sacrifices. So what to speak of somebody who has taken darshan of you? Simply by hearing your holy name, one will become perfect. What to speak of, taking your darshan, right? So Prabhupada writes, anyway, I'm not going to. So why Krishna spoke this? Sometimes, Krishna has to bluff his devotees. Just like he bluffed the wives of the Brahmanas. Right? When the wives of the Brahmanas, they came, he said, Swagatam hi Mahabhago, Asyatam Karvam Kim, Manye Dadrikshata Prapta, Upapanna Idam Hivaha. Vishnu Chakravarti says, even when the gopis also they came, he addressed the same. Swagatam hi Mahabhago. Mahabhago means one who has taken darshan of Krishna. Right? Because you have taken darshan of me, because you are Mahabhaga. What can I do for you? Right? What can I do for you? Then he says, Nanvadha Maikurvanti. Kushala Shvarta Darshinaha. Ahetiki Avyavahita. Bhaktim Atma Priya Yatha. Those who know the welfare of their selves, those who are intelligent people, they will perform Ahetiki and Avyavahita, causeless and devotional service to me. So, in this regard, Vishwanath Chakravarti writes that actually, when prema comes, there is no question of Aishwarya. Because Krishna is a coward boy, and the wives of the Brahmana, they are Brahmins, Brahmin ladies. Their physical association is rasavasa. It will become rasa. It becomes inappropriate. Brahmin women associating with a coward boy. His natural associates are coward girls. So even though Krishna is feeling very bad, that they have attained prema, right? Prayah shruta priyatamodeya karnapure. Yasmin nimagna manasas atakshirandre. Anta pravesha suchiram parirabhitabam. Prajna yatabhimatayo vijahur narendra. When the Brahmanas' wives they saw, when they came in front of Krishna, because already they heard about Krishna, and they have attained love of Krishna, and they took Krishna from the apertures of their eyes, pushed him to their heart, and there they embraced Krishna very tightly, thus giving up their viraha, separation, like that. Then, so why did Krishna, so they attained love. So there is no question of Aishwarya, but Krishna is teaching them Aishwarya Bhakti, Later on, he says, it is not proper for you to be physically present with me. Better to chant and hear about me and my pastimes than personally associating with me. That is wrong. That is wrong because how you can say that? Because Shravanam Kirtanam we do to associate with Krishna. Ainanda Tanuja, right? How Krishna is saying? Because he wants to, tell them to go away. You go, like that. Then the Brahmana's wife said, Maivam vibho arati gaditim rusamsham satyam kurushva nigamam tavapadamulam prapta vayam tulsidamna padavasristam kesher niboditam atilangya samasta bandhur. My dear Krishna, don't speak harsh words. Same sentence was used by gopis also. Maivam vibho arati gaditim rusamsham. Rushamsham, you are speaking very cruelly. Satyam Kurushva Nigamam Tavapa. You have promised in the Vedas, in Bhagavad-gita, 66 verse, that Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Shanamaja, Aham Tvan Sarupapya Mokshasham, Manmana Bhav Madbhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru, Mame Vesha Satyam Te. You are saying Satyam, Mame Veshyasi, So Arjuna told, it seems, my dear Krishna, one should not trust Madhuravasis because they tell so many lies. That's why I don't. Krishna is promising, you think of me all the time, you will come to me. Then Vishwanath Chakravarti says, but Krishna told, it seems, Madhuravasis, even though they tell lies, we tell lies, but to Priyosime, to people who are very dear to us, we will not tell lies. So I am promising you, because you are very dear to me, that those who think of me, they will come to me. So we are thinking of you, we have come to you. You have promised, Satyam Nigam, Satyam Kurushva Nigamam Tavapadamulam. Right? Anyway, make this true. If you don't want to associate with us physically, we will remain as a Vanadevatas. And the gopis, when they touch their lotus feet, whatever the Tulsi is touched by their lotus feet or whatever, we will keep them on our heads. Because we don't want to go back, because Atilanga Samasta Bandhun, we have given up all our relationships, because now our husbands and all, they will not accept us because we came here against their will. Right? So Krishna said, no, you go, even demigods will approve, because demigods are present. Everybody will approve. Don't worry, I am in their heart. So like that. Why Vishwanath Chakravarti says? Because it becomes rasavasa. Krishna had to tell them that, you do Shravanam Kirtanam, it is better than having personally associating with me. But the gopis didn't. He says, they went back. But same thing he told to gopis also. But gopis did not say, nothing doing. We are not going back. You do whatever you want. That is their level of prema, like that. Anyway, here also, very beautiful purport given by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, saying that Krishna is telling that, you are incurred sins, you perform, prashchita and all, then you will come back to me. That is not true. Krishna thought this Muchukunda is so eager because, as soon as you see Krishna, he is so beautiful, you will develop love for Krishna. Right? That's what Prabhupada wrote in 3rd Canto Bhagavatam. As soon as all these kings, they saw Krishna on the battlefield, they have attained love of God. Right? The first time they are seeing like that. So he has attained love of Krishna already, love of God. So he says, I don't want to be separated anymore because, my dear Lord, I have wasted my life so much time without worshipping you. Now I will do service to you. Muchukunda Maharaj told Krishna. Krishna thought, Krishna thought it seems that this Muchukunda was born in the beginning of Manvantara. So, he is so tall, 20-30 feet, and then he was so stout, then I am only 6.5, 7 feet. I think 6.5 feet, right, Krishna? If he comes along with me, walks with me, what everybody will think? He is no match for Krishna. And then he is so strong, and then Uddhava, my associates, Arjuna and all others, what they will think, such a stout and strong man, tall man, like Krishna would look like a Lilliput, and then he's so tall. He's so tall. Then tomorrow I am going to run away from the battlefield of Jarasandha, with Jarasandha, or I will kidnap Rukmini. I am going to kidnap Rukmini. That time all these kings will come, and this fellow will come, एक हाथ में लेके उसको निचोड़ देगा. Then I will not get a chance to fight with all these guys. Then I will not get. That is why Krishna, in order to. Then he told this. Otherwise, how it is possible that, after taking darshan of Krishna, sins will remain? Kyo, Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu? How it is possible? No way. Right? By chanting the holy names. क्या नाम है? Offenseless chanting में चला जाता है, right? सारे sins. So, having darshan of the Lord. So, this is the secret behind Krishna telling this verse. Right? Then, Muchukunda asked, my dear Lord, what about me becoming your associate? Your associate? Then Krishna told, in this life, I will send you to Vaikuntha, because even those demons whom I killed, I have sent them to Vaikuntha. What to speak of you, who is such a pure devotee of mine? I will send you to Vaikuntha. Next time, when I come down again, both of us, you will become a Brahmana. Then both of us will associate. Right? Whom did Krishna say this? Because you are my servant. Chaitanya, in fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told. Whom did he say? He said, no, you are my servant life after life. That Brahmana, Laddu Gopal, he was worshipping Laddu Gopal, who was a guest to Mother Sachi's house. So 3 times Krishna ate that bhoga. Then that Brahmana was saying, I think today, I'm not destined to eat. Then Mahaprabhu came and said, Hare Baba, you are calling me to eat. When I am eating, you are crying. Khaliya, khaliya karke. Then the 3rd time he gave darshan. Hare Baba, I am same Krishna that you are worshipping. In my last life also, you came to my house, Nandamara, Mother Yashoda's house. Mother Yashoda fed you. You are my servant life after life. Like that, So you will become my servant. Right? So, Prabhupada writes in 8th canto, Suhruttama. What is the definition of Suhruttama? Kaushal, your name is Kaushal. What is the definition of Suhrut? You do know? Right? Bhoktaram yajnatapasam sarvalok maheshram suhridam sarvabhutanam jnatmamam shanti murchati. Remember this definition. Mitra, Bandhu and Suhrit. Right? Mitra means friend. Friend in need is friend indeed. A good friend of yours can come up to the jail He cannot come with you to the jail. Suppose if you go to the jail, right? Bandhu means, definition of bandhu is they will be with you as long as you have money. The moment you lose your money, they will go away. That is relative. Suhrit means, Prabhupada gave a definition that a friend of yours who is thinking of your welfare 24 hours in a day. That is Suhrit. That is Krishna. Prabhupada writes in 3rd canto, 28th chapter, nobody should claim that I am friend of so-and-so. Krishna is our only friend because he is Suhrit. But in 8th canto Bhagavatam, he says that Krishna is the only friend of all living entities. We can become friends on behalf of Krishna and help people to become Krishna conscious. That is right. So that is why it's written here that a person attains peace by understanding Lord Krishna and his pure devotees work together to rescue the fallen souls from the ocean of illusion. That is why Prabhupada is always writing, your ever well-wisher. Your ever well-wisher. Like that. So I will finish by quoting one verse that Madrik Prapanna Pashupasha Vimukshanaya Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Namo Alayaya Swayam Prakasha Sarva Tanubrun Manasi Pratita Manasi Tiryak Drishe Pratyak Drishe Bhagavato Brahate Namaste. So this is a very beautiful verse from 8th canto Bhagavatam, 3rd chapter, Gajendra's prayers. Madrik Prapanna Pashupasha. My dear, I am an animal. Pashupasha, I'm like entangled by material world. So I'm asking for vimokshanam from this material existence. Then who are you? Muktaya. You are completely liberated. Bhuri Karunaya. Unlimitedly merciful. Namo Alayaya. You are very eager to deliver us. Then Pratyak Drishe Bhagavato Brahate Namaste. It's a very beautiful purport, but I will not, there is no time. But Prabhupada writes that Namo Alayaya, Krishna, he is more eager to deliver us than we are eager to go back to Godhead. Then Krishna says, not just, when you are praying to Krishna, he will deliver you. He is always making plans to deliver us, whether you pray to him or not. So that is very beautiful, Muktaya Bhuri Karnaya Namo Alaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Any questions, comments? Okay? Yeah.
हरे कृष्ण। नृग राजा अपने जीवन काल में ब्राह्मण को गोदान करते थे। तब उन्होंने एक ब्राह्मण को गाय दान में दे दी और वो गाय वापस भाग के आई, अपने गौ के झुंड में आ गई वापस। दूसरा दिन वो ब्राह्मण आया, बोला ये मेरी गाय है, आप मुझे दान में दी है। और जिसको दान में दिया था वो बोला मेरी है, आप मेरे को भी दिया है। तो दोनों राजा ने बोला मैं आपको 1000 गाय देता हूँ इसके बदले में, और आप इसको छोड़ दो। वो बोला 1000 नहीं चाहिए, मुझे मेरी ही चाहिए। दूसरा बोला मुझे दिया है ना, मैं नहीं दूंगा वापस। दोनों ब्राह्मणों को झगड़ा हो गया और गुस्से से चले गए। फिर भी ब्राह्मण के उनका सेवा करने का भाव होने से प्रभु प्रसन्न हो गए, और उनको जब छिपकली भी बन गए थे तब उनका प्रभु का दर्शन हुआ और प्रभु की कृपा प्राप्त हुई।
हरे कृष्ण।
तो सेवा प्रवृत्ति ये बहुत जरूरी है। हरे कृष्ण।
चंद्रा श्रीमद् भागवतम की। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम।